Yo guys, what is going on? It's your boy Atlanta Nick Tana here with my first video on the channel. I am excited to bring you guys the official first long form video for Atlanta Nick Tana. Thank you guys all for being here. If you guys don't know anything about this channel, this is a channel where we talk about everything Atlanta Falcons, from news, updates, game reactions, all the type of stuff. So if you love the Atlanta Falcons as much as I do, you're gonna make sure you want to subscribe to this channel so you can come back for more or be updated for anytime I talk about Atlanta Falcons stuff. I will be posting another video soon to be talking about my experiences with the Atlanta Falcons. It's kind of how I became an Atlanta Falcon fan, how I grew up watching them and enjoying the games, and my favorite players, a little bit closer to you guys about our Atlanta Falcon fandoms. Yeah, man, that will be coming out soon. I will be giving you guys what I've been seeing based on Twitter from a lot of guys that have been joining and a lot of people that have been watching these Atlanta Falcons and these Dolphin joint practices that have been going on for the past 2-3 days. If you guys don't know, our first preseason game is against the Miami Dolphins, and usually this is like, I think, the second year that we've done the joint practices with the Miami Dolphins, and I think it's kind of great how they let us come to their field and we go ahead and we practice and all that type of stuff. It really gets the players amped up, a lot of competition going on and things you love to see. In this video, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff that I've been noticing throughout these joint practices and things that you guys should be excited for if you're an Atlanta Falcon fan, to get really excited about going into the regular season and what to expect out of these preseason games that are going to be happening within the next few weeks. So getting into the first thing that I noticed is Bijan Robinson is basically a wild card in this offense. I've seen him a lot of times out wide, out in the slot, a lot of motion out of this guy. Bijan Robinson is going to be more than just a running back that's going to be in the back. He's been out wide, motion, running a lot of routes, and he's the type of guy that is going to beat a linebacker one-on-one, and you're going to have to put someone else on him. Even with the practices that I saw based for Atlanta's training camps, he was dusting Troy Anderson a lot of the time, and Troy Anderson is one of the more athletic linebackers in the league. He's going to have that same outcome against other teams. You're going to have to put a safety on him, a corner, someone that's a little bit faster if they have the capability to do so, but that also takes away a lot of stuff deep down the field. But I saw a lot of touchdowns being caught by him, specifically on these short, like out routes, like little short routes, just kind of getting him out in the flat, out in the open, and to make plays. And I think it's kind of cool how we're going to be utilizing him. I think Arthur Smith is making him a focal point of this offense, which rightfully so, because when you have a three-headed demon like Bijan Robinson with Drake London and Kyle Pitts, like, pick your poison at that point. Our offense is young, they have a lot to prove, but the ceiling is super high for a lot of these guys on our field. So I like the way that we're using Bijan. Bijan's been cooking up linebackers, and he has great routes, great form, and it's nice to see a lot of stuff that he's been doing out there. Next thing I do want to talk about is kind of keeping it more on the offensive side of the field is Mac Hollins. So I was kind of a little skeptical about Mac. We did sign him in free agency, but the thing about Mac Hollins is I really didn't know if I could consider him a true number 2 receiver. Mac Hollins, I feel like he plays really hard. He has a lot of energy and stuff, and it's nice to bring that into Atlanta. But watching him throughout training camp and seeing what he did during these joint practices is he did very well. I actually saw a clip of him actually catching a touchdown pass, kind of making the defender fall, and he's been electric throughout the whole training camp and joint practice type of feeling, and I love to see that out of him, and it kind of gained a lot of respect for him and make me more comfortable having him at that number 2. Other than that, I think Mac Hollins is kind of proving himself to be a good factor to be on this starting offense. I love to see that. I had to throw this in here because you know we're gonna stick up for our quarterback. Over here, I don't know about y'all, but over here we love number 9. Number 9's our guy. We ride with 9. Man, I don't know, man. I love Ritter, man. I just love to see him out there. I think he can grow as a quarterback, and I think he has nothing but to prove, and I love to see the chip that this kid has on his shoulder. But the reason that I'm bringing him up is Xavier Howard really out there throwing shade, talking about who's Ritter. Who? Like, come on, bro. You're an NFL corner, like a top 15 NFL corner. You want to sit there and you want to talk about who's Ritter, bro? You watch film, and I'm pretty sure if normal fans can know every single quarterback that's in the league, a starting corner should know every quarterback that's in the league, especially if you're going up against them. So the shade thrown against Ritter when he was absolutely picking apart this Dolphins defense is kind of insulting, and I didn't like that he threw that disrespect, because That's my quarterback, man. That's my quarterback. Also, I want to throw in this little clip that I saw Ritter absolutely with insane energy after this touchdown pass. The dude's got it. I'm telling you, Ritter does have it, and I just can't wait to see more of him throughout the season. I want to see him play a little bit in like the first preseason game, but I think we rest him up, and I think we get him ready for week 1 in the regular season. For people that are in my comments too, talking about Bijan Robinson being 3rd on the depth chart, the only reason he's 3rd on the depth chart is we're talking about preseason rosters here. We want to make sure that he's healthy and ready to go for the regular season because he has to play 17 games. That's sometimes hard on a running back. That's going to take a lot of the load. Come on. Some people just don't know football, I feel like. Getting into a little bit of our defense, and I think a lot of Falcon fans will be excited to hear about this, is I saw a lot of electricity going on from the defensive line. Like, our defensive line was plowing through, pressuring Tua a lot. I don't know if this is due to the fact that the Dolphins don't have the greatest offensive line, or if our defensive line really took a step forward. But when you add people like Calais Campbell and you already have Grady Jarrett, we really formed our defense on all 3 levels when it came to free agency and the draft. And I just love to see that it's finally starting to come together, because last time I really saw a great Falcons defense, I feel like was forever ago. And I even want to say around the Super Bowl at 2016 Falcons, when Vic Beasley was leading in sacks. And I know it's kind of forbidden to talk about Vic Beasley, but I mean, at the same time, dude was a dog for at least a season, so like, give him his flowers. But other than that, we haven't really had a defensive line that can sit there and get in the backfield or sit there and disrupt stuff and let our corners work. The quarterback always felt like he had a lot of time in the pocket and was just free to pick apart our defenders at any given moment. And this leads into a perfect topic about talking about our DBs. Our DBs are looking very, very nice. I think the leadership that Jesse Bates brings to the table, and also telling our DBs, our younger guys, to just play free, has just been nothing but great to see for the team, because I see like our corners are just doing a lot better out there, and it feels like they're sticking with their coverages, and you could see how they're playing the ball a lot more. Like, granted, it is practice. Is practice gonna be the ceiling, or is gonna be like everyday type mentality for a team? I want to say no, but it's just nice to see something different for our team and a lot of positives going into the season. I think this team is going to be so electric and so exciting to watch that I'm excited to ready to get into it. We've added so many new players, and just seeing the way the coaching has been taking this team and the way that we made the additions and the way that the players look and everybody's excited to get this season started, I just love seeing the energy and seeing everybody we've added. This season's going to be a good one for sure. Thankfully, we did dodge 2 major injuries when it came to our corners, because Clark Phillips did get kicked. He did get carted off, but that was just for extra measures, but he's not hurt. And then we also dodged an injury with Okuda. I want to say thank you guys for watching this video and giving me a chance with your guys' time, because this is my first video. I do appreciate if you guys would stay after this first video. I'm only sitting at 20 subscribers. I'm trying to get that number up and give you guys the Falcon news that you guys need. Like I said, I'm excited to see what happens for the game against the Dolphins. We're going to get into it, and hopefully we see some positive outcomes in the game. So thank you guys for everything. Be safe. Tell someone you love them. Atlanta, Nick Tana, we're out.